Did you know that 7 out of 10 engine failures happen not because drivers skipped an oil change, but because they stopped too early? That's right. You could be using the most expensive full synthetic on the shelf. Mobil 1. Castrol Edge. Royal Purple. Doesn't matter. If you skip what I'm about to show you, that fresh oil is going to work inside an engine that's already set up to fail. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do after every single oil change. Steps that can literally double the life of your engine. These aren't tips I made up. They come from ASE-certified master mechanics, OEM service manuals from Ford, Toyota, Honda, and GM, and decades of real-world field data. And listen, stick with me until the very last step. Because step 10 is something your dealership actively hopes you never learn. It's costing them serious money every time a driver figures it out. Let's get into it. But first, here's what's really happening inside your engine. Most drivers think an oil change is a maintenance task. Drain. Fill. Done. Here's the truth. An oil change is a system reset. And like any system reset, it only works if you complete the full sequence. Skip steps, and you're not protecting your engine. You're giving it a false sense of security with fresh oil running through a compromised system. I've spent years talking to mechanics who've seen 300,000-mile engines and 60,000-mile engines. The difference almost always comes down to what drivers did in the hour after the oil change, not the oil change itself. So pay attention. This is where real engine protection begins. Step 1. Check for leaks under pressure, not just at idle. Here's a mistake I see constantly. Driver finishes the oil change, starts the car, glances underneath for 2 seconds, sees nothing dripping, and calls it done. That's not a leak check. That's wishful thinking. A loose filter or an under-torqued drain plug won't always drip at idle. The real test comes when the system builds pressure. Here's what you do. Start the engine. Let it idle for 3 minutes. Then crawl underneath with a flashlight while the engine is running and inspect the drain plug, the filter seam, and the oil pan edges. Then go back to the driver's seat and rev it lightly 2 or 3 times. Then check again. You are looking for the tiniest wet spot. Any sheen. Any fresh oil smell near the plug. Think about this for a second. A drain plug that's finger-tight can dump your entire oil supply in 4 minutes of highway driving. At that point, you're not burning oil, you're running on metal. And the repair bill starts at $4,000. A flashlight and 3 minutes. That's all it takes to eliminate that risk entirely. Step 2. Reset the oil life monitor the right way. Your car's oil life monitor does not actually test your oil. Let me say that again because most drivers genuinely don't know this. It does not test your oil. It runs a calculation inside the ECU based on driving conditions, temperature cycles, and mileage. That calculation started from whenever you last reset it. If you never reset it, the computer is working off completely wrong data. It might warn you too early. Or worse, it might not warn you at all when your new oil actually needs changing. Every manufacturer has a different reset method. On most Toyotas, hold the trip meter button while cycling the ignition. On Honda, go through the steering wheel controls to the maintenance reset menu. On Ford, it's an ignition on pedal sequence. Press the brake and gas together for 20 seconds until the dash flashes confirmation. Check your manual for your exact sequence. But never, never, skip this reset. You just put clean oil in a fresh system. Make sure your car's brain knows it. Step 3. Check oil level, but only after you do this first. I'm going to tell you something that'll make you rethink every dipstick check you've ever done. Oil is not the same volume when it's hot versus cold. It expands with heat. If you check your dipstick the second you shut off the engine, you are reading expanded, aerated oil that hasn't fully settled. You will almost always get a false high reading. Here's the correct method, and this comes straight out of OEM service manuals. Warm the engine for 5 minutes. Shut it off. Wait 3 full minutes. Then pull the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it completely, and read the level. That's your real oil level. If you're low, add slowly. No more than a quarter quart at a time. Wait 2 minutes between additions and check again. Overfilling is not a minor mistake. It causes oil aeration, seal blowouts, and pressure buildup. A quarter quart too much is manageable. A full quart too much can ruin the fresh oil job you just finished. Precision is protection. Don't rush this step. Step 4. Inspect the oil cap O-ring, the $3 part that destroys engines. This one drives me absolutely crazy because it's so cheap to fix and so expensive to ignore. The rubber O-ring on your oil filler cap sits between your engine and the outside world. It seals out contaminants. It keeps oil mist inside the system. And it degrades quietly over time, hardening, cracking, flattening, until it stops doing its job entirely. When it fails, you get two problems. First, oil mist escapes into the engine bay. You won't notice it as a leak. You'll notice it as a perpetually greasy valve cover and a level that keeps dropping for no visible reason. Second, contaminants get in. Dust, moisture, debris, all of it mixing directly into your oil supply. Honda, Toyota, and GM have all issued technical service bulletins about this exact part. It costs $3 to replace at any auto parts store. Every 2 oil changes, pop off the cap and press the O-ring with your fingernail. If it's stiff, shiny, or shows any cracking, replace it. 30 seconds of inspection. $3. Done. Step 5. Prime the system before you drive hard. Here's the step nobody talks about, and it might be the most important one on this list. Fresh oil sitting in the pan is not the same as circulated oil coating your cam lobes, lifters, turbocharger shaft, and cylinder walls. There is a window of time, right after an oil change, where parts of your engine are running on residual oil film only. It's thin. It's fragile. And if you load the engine hard during that window, you're accelerating wear on components that should last the life of the vehicle. The SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, has documented this. Most measurable engine wear happens in the first few minutes of operation after an oil or a long sit. So here's the fix. After your oil change, idle for 5 minutes. Then take a gentle first drive, 10 to 15 minutes, no aggressive acceleration, no sustained high RPM. You're giving the oil time to fully circulate through every passage, every gallery, every bearing surface before you ask the engine to work. It costs you nothing. It adds years to your engine. Do it every single time. Step 6. Replace the crush washer every single time. $1. $1. That is the price of a crush washer. And reusing the old one, which is what most quick lube shops do, by the way, is one of the most common causes of slow oil leaks in the country. The crush washer works by deforming slightly when torqued down, creating a perfect metal-to-metal seal between your drain plug and the oil pan. Once it's deformed, it's done. It has given everything it has to give. Reinstalling it means you're relying on a seal that can no longer fully compress. The result is a microleak. Barely a drop per day. Invisible from the driver's seat. Until one afternoon you're 2.5 quarts low on a highway with no warning light, because the light doesn't come on until it's already too late. Honda specifies it. Toyota specifies it. Subaru specifies it. Replace the crush washer. Every single oil change. Step 7. Check the PCV valve while you're under the hood. You just spent time and money on a fresh oil change. Don't let a $12 part undo all of it. The positive crankcase ventilation valve routes combustion gases out of your crankcase. When it clogs, and it does clog, pressure builds inside the engine with nowhere to go. It forces oil past gaskets. It pushes past valve seals. It creates the exact conditions for sludge to form and seals to fail. The test takes 30 seconds. Pull the PCV valve out and shake it next to your ear. If it rattles, it's working. If it's silent or sticky, it's dead. Replacement costs $10 to $20 at any part store. I have personally seen engines with flawless oil change records fail at 90,000 miles because of a clogged PCV valve. The oil was always perfect. The PCV was never touched. Don't be that story. Step 8. Monitor oil pressure with live data, not a warning light. This is the one your dealership absolutely does not want you doing. That red oil can icon on your dashboard? It is not a monitoring system. It is a catastrophe notification. It activates when your oil pressure has already dropped to dangerous levels. By the time you see it, bearing damage has begun. The light is not protecting you, it's documenting your failure. Real engine protection means knowing your pressure before it drops. An OBD2 scanner with live data, most cost between $25 and $50, lets you watch your oil pressure in real time. After an oil change, take a short drive and observe your readings. Normal idle pressure is typically 25 to 65 psi depending on engine type. A healthy engine under acceleration climbs predictably. If you see low idle pressure, unusual drops, or pressure that takes too long to build on startup, you have information. You can act. Without that data, you're driving blind and hoping the light never comes on. Hope is not a maintenance strategy. Step 9. Retorque the drain plug 24 hours later. Hear me out, because this one sounds excessive until you understand the physics. Metal expands when heated and contracts when cooled. After your oil change, your drain plug goes through multiple thermal cycles on the first day of driving. In some cases, especially with a new crush washer still seating itself, the plug can settle microscopically. Not loose, not leaking, but not fully torqued either. 24 hours after your oil change, get under the car with a torque wrench and verify your drain plug is at spec. For most passenger vehicles, that's 20 to 30 foot-pounds. Don't crank harder, you'll strip threads or overcompress the washer. Just verify it's where it needs to be. 2 minutes. One less thing that can fail silently over the next 5,000 miles. Step 10. Build a maintenance log. This is what protects your warranty. And here it is. The step dealerships hope you never figure out. When something goes wrong with your engine and you take it in under warranty, the manufacturer has one standard question. Can you prove you maintained this vehicle? No records means no coverage. It is that simple. They will attribute the failure to owner negligence, deny the claim, and hand you a repair estimate. Drivers with documented maintenance logs, date, mileage, oil brand, viscosity, filter used, are untouchable. The documentation shifts the burden of proof completely. Dealerships know this, which is why they never remind you to keep records. A notebook in your glove box costs $2. A label inside your door jamb costs nothing. A free app on your phone takes 30 seconds to update. Any of these works. All of them protect you. Start the log today. Date, mileage, oil, filter. Every time. An oil change that stops at the fill cap is an unfinished job. The oil is in, but the engine isn't protected yet. Not until you've checked for leaks under pressure, reset the monitor, verified the level correctly, replaced the crush washer, inspected the PCV, checked the O-ring, primed the system gently, monitored your pressure, retorqued the plug, and logged the service. That's the full protocol. That's what mechanics with 30-year careers do on their own vehicles. That's what drivers with 400,000-mile engines have in common. And now you know it too. So tell me, what's the one step you've been skipping? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.